Okay, so welcome to Yaya's kitchen. Right now, I am cooking a vegetarian apple sausage. It's really good, and it has like little pieces of apple in it, and it's all vegetarian, all vegan, so you don't have to worry about any kind of meat or anything. I'm cooking some bok choy, and out of my garden, I got some broccoli leaves, and they're fresh broccoli leaves. I didn't really boil it. I kind of just like bring it to a boil and then let it steep in there for a couple of minutes. I'm making some sauteed onions out of a very, very big onion that I had earlier. I mean, this thing was like huge, and then it had the big vines to it. And if you look over here, you'll see that it still has the bottom with the roots, and that's how big this thing was. Look at that. So I'm thinking of taking the roots and then making another onion from the roots. So I'll do that tomorrow. Well, I'll put some roots. I'll put it in some dirt and water it, and then the roots will come back, and I'll do that. I also got some bok choy seeds from the middle of my bok choy, which you can see here. And I'm going to plant those and get me some bok choy with my favorite fertilizer, of course, organics. And so I've also made myself some fried green onions. Fried green tomatoes. I'm thinking of the onions. But the first thing that I wanted to tell you guys about, and I totally forgot, was this. This is Tiziano Herbal Coffee Vanilla Nut. It's 75% organic. It's a medium roast, but it's made from like almonds, dates, and figs, and different things like that. It's really, really good. If you look at this, it'll taste just like coffee. I'm going to put it up so that you can kind of see it. And there are the ingredients right there. And it is produced by Tiziano Cafe Inc. This is not coffee. This is tea. But it tastes just like coffee. And if you get what I have, excuse me, I have my little tea things here in my little bags. If you look here, you will see that I get So Delicious coconut milk creamer, and it's really good. It's French vanilla, and it doesn't have any kind of it's all non-dairy, and it's coconut milk, and it tastes delicious. I put a little bit of sugar in the raw in there, and this is what it comes out, and it's just delicious. It tastes just like coffee. I mean, go figure. It's just great, and I've been enjoying this whole thing. But the next thing I'm going to show you is I'm getting ready to make, let me get this out of here. I'm getting ready to make some berry pie. So it's a bake at home, wholly wholesome, organic whole wheat 9-inch pie shells. What I do is I take them out of the tin and I put them into a regular bowl or tin glass. So while they're frozen, they're kind of they just come out of the tin, and you put them in here and you make your pie inside of it. And I put honey. I like to get local honey, so the honey that I do get, I have today is the Goldenberry honey, and that's a local honey, and it's produced right here in Florida. So I also do my composting, so I don't throw anything away. And I'll probably be doing these bananas tomorrow, but I did get some Crenshaw melons. These things are so sweet, and that's for dessert along with the pies that I'm going to make. And I will go through each step as I make the pie. So let me finish dinner first, and I'll get right back with you. So I've decided to make tonight's dinner a Chinese dinner. So, because I think I have all the components. I have bok choy, I have my organic noodles, I have my rice and my sausage, and I have my fried green tomatoes. So I'm figuring everything on top of the noodles will be perfect with some soy sauce and a delicious dinner for 3 people. So tonight we are going to have a delicious dinner made by Yaya. I'll be right back for the dessert. You don't want to miss it. And I must say, the only oil that I cook in is the organic extra virgin coconut oil. And it's really, really good. And it tastes delicious. It smells just like coconut when you cook it, but it doesn't taste like coconut when you're finished with it. So you might want to look into that. I believe at Sam's Club, they have it for $15.99. Okay, so now this is what it looks like when it comes to the pie shell. So what you're going to do is, because it's frozen, it's very easy, see, just to plop it right out. And when you plop it out, you're going to take your organic coconut oil. Sorry, I'm trying to do this with one hand. You're going to take your organic coconut oil. You just put a little bit in there, like so. And you're going to like smear it around. Make sure your hands are clean, y'all. Okay? Don't be doing that funky, dirty, nasty hands now. Okay? Alright? And you're just going to take this pie crust right here, and you're going to put that right in there. See how that just fits right in there? Perfect. Never ever cook with this. This is aluminum. It goes either in the trash or, like me, on the side of the trash where I recycle. So I'm going to take my berries. My berries are frozen. They're organic berries. So I'm going to take some organic berries, and I'm just going to go ahead and do my mix with them. And if you excuse me for a second, let me open this honey jar. Okay, so you have your honey. Just going to pour a little bit of that honey into the bowl. Okay, like so. I love honey, so I'm really bad at this. I'm just going to take a little bit of that honey. It's so good. It leaked over the side, y'all. It wasn't in the jar, so I didn't put my fingers in it. And we're going to take that. I'm going to get a nice spoon. And I'm not a lefty, I'm a righty, but I'm just going to kind of move that around so that the honey gets in there really good, if you can see.
You and I are not so different.
The honey's right in there really good. See that? That's so good. Look at that. Now, what I do to make it, like, I just dump all of my berries into my pie crust. I'm going to get the rest of the berries in there. So if you see here, all my berries are in there. And I let them juice up. So there's like a lot of juice in there. So you have to realize there is a lot of juice in there. You don't want to put too many berries in there, because if you do, it's going to overboil inside the oven. So when you're done with that, you let it cook at 350 until it gets really, really solid and solidified. I don't like putting a gelatin in there or anything like that, because I actually just like my berries to be berry. Berry pie is berry pie. So here we go. I preheat my oven. I take my berry pie, which is exactly what it is. It's just berry pie with honey. I put it in there, and I'm going to let it boil for a little while. And then after it's finished, I'll show you pictures. But this is done, and this is cooked with the coconut oil. The bok choy is ready to be sliced, and I'm just waiting for the noodles. And these are organic noodles. They're not like ramen noodles. They're organic. And I didn't put the spices in there because I'm using my own ingredients to put it in there. But this is going to be a delicious dinner. Okay, so this is dinner. And if you look in there, you'll see all the things that I had cooking on the stove. See? Bok choy, onions. Okay, so if you look closely, you'll see I added peaches and strawberries to the mix, along with a little bit of brown sugar to top it off. And I also put some granola pieces in there. I'm going to let that cook up, and it's going to be a beautiful, delicious fruit pie. And that is cooking with Yaya. So, if you don't mind, I'm going to go eat dinner.